Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Big Game Players with myself, Banjo, and Dr. Roo.
We're missing someone, Ban. We're missing someone.
I know. What's going on?
He's. I
What's
won't
happening?
say. I
Where
won't
is
say.
he?
Yeah, he ain't jumped ship yet, but he's put us on the back burner, priorities and all that, as he's called it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm sure the listeners are pleased to hear that he's not around
you
tonight.
know what? I felt like when I walked in today, like I knew you weren't here. I felt like some like feathers. I was floating today. It was like weight off my shoulders. No abuse this week, I hope, and all
Yeah.
that. It was nice.
No abuse, no bad jokes. I'm sure.
Anyway, how you been, mate? You good?
Nah, I'm sure he's all right. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks yourself.
Yeah, good, bad. No complaints, man.
Good, good.
Bit of a weird, quieter week of football, wasn't it, this week?
Yeah, it's been the FA Cup. Not a lot really to. Well, it's the FA Cup, isn't it? Liverpool got a good result. They've got their revenge with Wolves.
Bad draw, though.
Um,
Bloody hell. I don't,
yeah, Man City. Wow.
Arsenal, well, we'll talk about it in a bit, but that Arsenal, it looks like it's all going for him, man.
It's all patterned out for them, isn't it? The FA Cup draw with Southampton away.
Yeah.
They've got a good draw in the Champions League as well.
Yeah,
So,
look, it is what it is. I mean, the old saying, the
yeah,
luck of the draw does play a big part. But anyway, mate, you lead and I'll follow.
yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to start with, well, we've got two big topics really at the moment with football, really. Well, Spurs, obviously, what's going on with them. I don't think we've spoke since their last defeat against Palace at home.
No, we didn't.
Um,
Yeah.
I, I actually predicted them to lose because I just literally can't see them winning games because of the way they're performing. But
You did, sir. You did.
it's just a sorry state. What do you think, Ru?
I I think for a long time we've known it's been bad, but that game, albeit they scored first, and even then it was, I don't know, against a run of play.
Yeah,
I think that game was damning for me, Ban. It was. I think the reaction from players, fans, staff, body language of the coach, pre and post match interviews. I think they are the old saying of dead man walking. You know, it's going to take an awful lot to turn it around.
yeah. The biggest worry for them, I think, is the team's fighting with them
Yeah,
to stay in the Premier League.
yeah,
They're in better shape than them. West Ham's obviously picking up. Forest isn't too bad lately. Leeds as well. But Spurs look the worst out of all. Well, I think we've said it before. They're the worst team at the moment in the Premier
yeah,
League. And I do believe you need a bit of luck. They've got no luck whatsoever.
yeah.
But I don't know. This is times where you need your experienced players to come good and to lead and this and that. And it just looks like Vertonghen, not Vertonghen, that's the name of the past. Sorry, Van der Ven. He let them down.
The only thing I would say,
What's going on?
yeah, you're absolutely right, but I actually don't think they've got any experienced players. But barring Romero, I mean, Van de Ven, you've got to remember, isn't a
Yeah.
seasoned pro. Um, it,
No,
it's,
he's not. But
it's Romero really, and he's just a liability. So
yeah, yeah,
I look at it, and
yeah,
if I could see a horizon where, say, a lot of their players were coming back, the important players. I mean, I read today that Kulusevski wants out this from the club, but he hasn't even kicked the ball, I think, this season. But I think you hit the
no,
nail on the head. It's the teams around them, and I think as of today, it's between them and Leeds. Leeds are fighting, but they haven't got quite the class of a Forest and a West Ham for me. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Spurs are without a doubt the worst team in the league at the moment, and
They-
it's, how many times
yeah.
have I said it in recent weeks about Russian roulette, that they were dicing with fire, man. And I mean, I heard today, what do you call him? Tim Sherwood say that, how did he put it? He goes, it's the only manager he's known that's gone into the job with like fuel on his hands. He's galvanized the fire. He hasn't put it out. He's just inflamed it even more.
Actually made it worse.
It's made it worse. And there's nothing I can
We
see
we
positive.
Yeah,
Again?
we couldn't get our heads around,
No.
especially me and you. We couldn't get our heads around his appointment. We just, you know, it, do you think they took their Premier League position or for granted? Did the board not really understand the severity of the situation? Because I know we've said it before, but what a massive risk. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
You'd like to think, right, with the modern day we're in, that they covered everything.
Yeah.
Every T was crossed, every I was crossed, due diligence, facts, stats, everything was taken into account. But even then,
Well, how the hell did they
but
come
that's what I'm saying. Even then, I look at it, and again, I've
to?
listened to what a lot of people are saying. Some of these other jobs he's walked into, and I'd have to double check my stats, but they haven't been this bad. You know, he's never come into a job and taken over
No,
a team that low, that kind of inept of anything, devoid
no,
of energy,
no.
of
Yeah,
belief,
yeah.
of momentum. And this guy, I
Quality
keep
as
saying
well,
it.
I think.
Do you know
Yeah.
what, Dan? I genuinely think they could have almost picked any other manager across the top two tiers of the footballing spectrum, and he would have done a better job than this guy. You know, I've
I,
knocked. You know my take on it on the Wolves guy, right? I've knocked. I've always forget his name. What's the guy called? The Wolves manager,
Rob Edwards?
Rob Edwards.
Edwards.
If you put
Rob
Rob Edwards
Edwards.
now in that
Yeah.
Spurs job, I think you might keep him up. You know,
I agree with you.
it's
Do you think they were too proud to go down the route of a Big Sam, or because of how it might be perceived? That
yeah,
look, we are struggling. This is what we're doing. But at the
yeah.
end of the day, I just think it was a massive, massive risk. And now they're talking about this guy getting sacked.
They were saying before the Liverpool game he might not be there, and I'm like, Jesus, that. I
Yeah.
mean, again, we spoke about the Scotland jobs, the two guys up there who had awful times of it this season, but
Oh God.
this
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy this guy gazumps them both. I mean, he's next level. But to answer your question, I think you're absolutely right. I think the pride kicked in, but I actually also think they thought the fire weren't burning as badly. They
This is what I
probably
mean. They
thought,
didn't understand the
yeah,
severity.
they thought, it'll be all right. I mean, they knew there was a problem because they
Of
sacked,
course. Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah.
But whether it's pride, whether it's ego, someone's job has to go for this appointment.
100%.
It
Whoever made
is.
that decision.
And I heard the other day, if I, correct me if I'm wrong, his right hand man hasn't come in yet. He hasn't got work permit yet. So his assistant
I
hasn't
did
even
not
been
know that.
granted the work permit yet, and they're waiting to get it through.
I don't think he's going to be coming over.
That's what I mean. I
I
don't think
think
the guy's.
Tudor's going to
Yeah,
be gone before then.
absolutely.
But he's not even helping himself with these interviews, is he? Like post-match interviews or press
Awful,
conferences or whatever. He's actually hammering everyone. I
awful.
don't think that's not going to help the situation at all.
Listen,
But
I've had a season
it's
of
a bad
watching.
one.
I've
Yeah,
had a season of watching Arnie Slot deal with press conferences really badly. You know, the moaning all the time about the constant, the tactics against us,
yeah.
the corners. Then him telling
He
people,
hasn't hammered any players though.
no, that's
He's
what I'm
not gone
saying.
in on his own players.
He's done a lot of
Yeah,
wrongs, but this guy's come in like I don't know who he thinks he is. Also, you've got to win
yeah,
respect, right? You've
yeah.
got
Of
to like
course,
show the
of
fans
course,
first what you're all about before you
of
start
course,
doing that.
of course. But
You
he's
know,
got nothing to lose because he's only there until the end of the season. If they go down, he'll just ride off in the sunset and see you later.
yeah, with a nice
Because
paycheck.
yeah, exactly. What I was going to ask though, talking about Spurs, and this has been almost coming for a few seasons now,
Yeah,
and it's like they went from a Champions League final where they lost to Liverpool,
yeah.
but albeit they had a good team and they got to the final there. How did it end up like this from that time? Like I've got my own ideas, but of how this may have happened. But what do you think? Like,
It's difficult. I mean,
has it become so bad?
if you go back to that, first and foremost, any Spurs fan that I know anyway would tell you he wasn't backed, Pochettino. After that, post that, where
Exactly
he
what I
got
was
so
going to say.
far,
Yeah,
he should have
exactly.
been backed and he wasn't. So you could probably look at it as the beginning of the end then. But I
They
think that
went with 3 windows not signing a player.
exactly. But I think for
Well, they
me,
could have really
post him
kicked on. That
leaving,
was the opportunity then.
say again,
Yeah. No, that was the opportunity then
hundred
to
percent,
kick on
hundred
because they
percent.
had a very great, and they never.
100%. I
Never
think,
took it.
but for me, as when he left, the appointments thereafter have been grim. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Straight after him
yeah.
was who came in after him? It weren't Mourinho, was it?
Was it Jose?
Was it Mourinho?
Was it Jose?
I, ca- I can't remember who it was, but the order of who's come
Or was it
in,
Santos?
I can't remember the order of them, but they've basically got them wrong time and time again. They haven't got anyone close to being the solution. You could argue what is the problem to find the solution, but I just think they've all come in constantly chopping and changing the squad to suit their style, and before you know it, they're gone. And that's where we're
Yeah,
at.
yeah, and end up with a bad squad, mixed up squad,
100%.
because you've gone from Conte to someone like Ange,
Yeah,
and then Ange to someone like Frank, who's very different as well.
exactly.
But I think they've got their recruitment wrong as well. I think since that time, when they did start to make signings after Potts went, I don't think they signed very well. I know they've done all right, with Van de Ven and Kulusevski. I thought was a good player, albeit now he's injured. But I think they've bought a lot of players who are just simply not good enough as well.
Yeah, and they've bought, that they've
Because
bought
if you
badly,
look at yeah,
but they've also bought like what I would call
yeah,
middle of the road players. Solanke, Richarlison's, players of that ilk, even to a less extent, like more recently, like a Paulinho and a Bissouma before that, just steady eddies. There hasn't been anything there apart from maybe Xavi Simons, who you could argue was a little bit of a not a rough diamond, but someone with a bit of pizzazz. But he's done nothing. So it's recruitment. Bottom line is it's recruitment for me.
yeah. But if so, like looking at it, like you look at them, you've had teams in the past who were down there. Like United were down there last season, awful season. But there was quality in that squad where you just think they shouldn't be down there. But you
Definitely.
look at the Spurs team, and look right where they are. They've got a lot. I don't think they're that good. It's
No,
not
you're
just a
right.
team underperforming. I don't think they're that good,
No, you're
and
absolutely
that's the
right.
worrying thing.
They're not good, and I think recruitment you would know firsthand now is probably pivotal to anything. This summer, for example,
Oh,
you hit
cool!
the. I won't say
It's the
you hit the
biggest.
jackpot, but my God, was it a very good window compared to some in recent times?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
that
yeah,
changes the
yeah. Of
landscape
course,
straight away. Straight away, it changes the
it
landscape.
does. Does they've got it wrong, but to be fair to them, they signed Kudos, who started the season quite well, and then he's just been out for God knows how long as well.
But even he
So
was, and I don't want to tag the guy because I like the player, but he's. I mean, I said about a bit of Avavum, but he's a little bit of a show pony. Do you know what I mean? He's not.
yeah,
You need
yeah,
a mix. You used the word at the beginning of this about experience. They've got none. So when they lost Harry Kane, they lost it
no,
all.
no,
He's gone. Like he went. And, sorry, my
yeah,
bad. My bad. They had Son there as well.
Son as well.
Yeah. As soon as
I think
they're gone. They've got nothing, and that's the same
that's
with
the big
Liverpool
thing,
now.
isn't it? As well, yeah,
My worry, not digressing, but when the likes of Van
yeah,
Dijk and Alisson leave, and Robertson to an extent, not so much Salah, it's
yeah.
what you bring in to bridge the gap. Because many
The,
Liverpool fans will say
you
in
could never
recent years
replace them.
you can't. But
Yeah,
two of the most important players we
no,
had,
I've always said, yeah, you've got to find another way.
you
There's
have to.
certain players you just cannot replace,
Yeah,
but you just
agreed.
got to find another way, and that's going to be that's a very, very difficult job
Yeah,
there for whoever's going to be Liverpool manager or whoever's
yeah,
making the signings. That's going to be really, really difficult. Um, I think with Man City, there's more room for them to get it wrong,
yeah.
because what they've done, they'll buy one. It doesn't look like it's well. They bought greatest example. They bought Trafford to replace Edison. 2-3 games didn't work. Then went and got Donnarumma.
They've got
I
they've
don't
got
think
no
Liverpool's
issue.
got that.
They've got no issue cutting people and bringing others in. I mean, you
Yeah,
just got to look at this window. They had one injury at
no,
the back. They went and got one of the best defenders in the league. So, but you know what, Band, as well.
yeah,
I mean, I always
yeah,
look at the fixtures coming up, and obviously they travel to Anfield. Um, I said last time about Wolves, and they went and beat us. So you never know, but you'd like to think that Liverpool turn up at Anfield. And I think West Ham play Forest soon as well. No, sorry, Spurs play Forest next
Yeah,
after that one. That's going to be
yeah,
massive,
yes. That's a huge game at
massive,
home. That's going to be
massive, and
massive.
it's at home. And you can,
However inconsistent. Yeah, but I was going to say, however inconsistent Liverpool can be, I I can't see Spurs getting anything from that game. Honestly,
yeah, same here, and that's
they're
coming from a,
losing to teams who are much worse than Liverpool.
yeah, yeah. No, like I said, it's
Yeah,
coming from a Liverpool fan who has doubted many fixtures this season. That one, I mean, if Slot loses that one, then I think he should just walk himself
you've
and
got
say,
to be
"I'm done."
confident. Yeah, you've got to be confident.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
listen, big problems for Spurs. They're in a dogfight. No two ways
Yeah,
about it now.
and
Massive problem.
everyone obviously,
I don't think that. Yeah,
obviously where we live, man.
yeah,
You know, you've got obviously Gooners at the one end who are just bouncing at the moment, but they're actually looking at Spurs,
yeah.
feeling sorry for them, like, and it's
So
just worst case
that's as
scenario,
bad
man.
as it could.
Bad.
That's so bad.
Imagine,
When
I mean,
Arsenal's actually
it would be
hitting
hard
them.
for all of us, but imagine, right? Arsenal can't win a quad when Spurs get relegated that same season. I think there'll be a civil war in North London. I think there'll just be fucking riots everywhere.
The thing is, you as a United fan or a Liverpool fan, if Arsenal win the league and you've been living in London, and you kind of if you want hit back, it will just take the whole thing. They'll just take the whole,
Yeah,
the whole of it. It'll be all directed at them, won't it?
absolutely.
So, but it's a big problem.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. I don't know. The way they're looking like they're going to go down. It's unbelievable to say that. But listen,
Definitely.
they won the Europa League last season, but it's no coincidence they finished 15th last season, or was it 16th? 16th.
It was low. It
No,
was
17th. Sorry, they were 17th.
yeah.
Yeah, United was 15th. Sorry, they finished 17th, and now they find themselves same position again. So there's no
But listen,
coincidence.
we
That's not
laugh a lot of
just
the time at Mario's comments, and you know he's quite front-footed, but he's been saying that for a while. That you know the writing's been on the wall, man. You know they have been poor for
yeah,
not just one season now, a few seasons. So you know it's a weird feeling for me because I'm not saying I've got a soft spot for Spurs, but the two areas I lived in, Spurs weren't far from me, White Hart
yeah,
Lane, and Upton Park, the other end of
yeah,
my
yeah,
upbringing, and
yeah,
they're two clubs I've got no issues with. I've never had issues with. You know, it's like
yeah,
so for me, knowing one of them might go down is a bit of a strange feeling, especially Spurs, who I've never seen go down in
yeah,
my in
yeah.
my life. I mean, I don't
Well,
think
with
they've
West
been.
Ham, it's happened before, hasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah, West Ham. Yeah, I mean, I remember many times in the playground as a kid where my West Ham fans were miserable, but they quite enjoyed the fact that they got a chance of winning the title in the Championship or the old second
yeah,
division.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
I've got a feeling. If you ask me today, I've got a feeling it might be Leeds. You know.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I actually stuck my neck out last week and said it would be Forest.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I
so
just saw a fight
what
in
did Spurs
Forest.
do? Yeah, that I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, what did Spurs do? If you're running Spurs now, what do you do to make sure they don't go down? What they've got to get
He,
rid of this guy?
listen, if they're going to stick with him, he's got to change his ways, man. He's got to go completely anti-football.
It's not going to happen with him, is it?
He's got to
Yeah,
go anti-football. He's got to go five at the back, four in midfield, someone running around like a loose chicken up front, and just grind out draws because draws will keep you up. You
yeah,
know, they will keep you up,
yeah.
but
They will.
I
But
don't know. I don't know if he's
would
got
you
it in him.
change him? Would you change him?
100%, I would. Yeah,
Would you change him?
100%.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But I actually think they should. I don't know what they need. Well, if you change him, I don't know what they need to
I
do.
don't
Maybe
even know.
just
I
go
don't
with the
even
next
know
Spurs boy. Like,
the under 21 coaches, but it's been Ryan Mason in the past.
no,
Just bring someone in, man, like that knows the club inside out.
yeah,
Give it to
yeah.
Ledley King for God's
It's not
sake.
going to
He'll
happen
lift
with
the
this guy.
club.
Anything. anything, just to
Anything,
give
man.
him a shot in the arm, innit?
Yeah. But
So,
anyway, what about the
so
other end of the
not looking
table?
good. But yes, yeah. Well, talking of Arsenal, obviously we just said they've got a really good FA Cup draw. They've got a good draw in the Champions League. They're winning games in the Premier League. But what I was really, do you know what? I don't know if you heard, but obviously there's been a lot of criticism of the way they're winning games,
Yeah.
the way they're getting their goals. Alan Pardew said something in particular where he said that if Arsenal win the league, there should be an asterisk after
Did
their
you see
name.
Laura Wood's reaction to it?
What do you think about Keown?
Laura Woods
He was
came on
fuming.
live on air and just gave it back.
Oh,
And
Laura Woods, yeah, apparently she rang in as well, yeah.
yeah,
It rattled a few of them. Keown got rattled as well. But
yeah.
what do you think about that?
I've said it all along, man. Like, if I take my Liverpool hat on and try to be a connoisseur of football, no Arsenal fan gives a shit. Like, none, zero.
Exactly.
And you can argue,
Shouldn't
all
really,
sorts of
should they?
things. Yeah, listen, you can argue all sorts of things. But I saw the other day, for example, if I'm not mistaken, they're the first to hit 100 goals this season. You know, like, even if 20 of them are from set pieces, I don't know. I don't know the actual stats. But they're scoring, right? They're scoring, they're winning games, they're winning ugly. Yeah. They don't care. So, and if anything, I want everyone to shut up, man, because I think it's galvanizing them. I think it's that all like that kind of them and us mentality.
Yeah, yeah, and they're sticking together more.
Yeah, just shut the hell up and let them play.
Yeah, it's true. Funny enough, the irony, people were saying Arsenal couldn't fight it out. The physical part of the game and this and that was lacking, and that's why they couldn't win the league before. And now they've gone completely the other way.
Yeah,
and people criticising. My view is, if I'm an Arsenal fan, obviously not, but if I am, I wouldn't give a shit.
Exactly.
Honestly, I wouldn't care. I just want to win games and just get over that line and win the league.
I tell you what, I'd give a shit next season if they won stuff. Because I think they don't care, and Arteta don't care. And you know what? Credit to him, because he sat there and a bit like you said, everyone's labelled him. They're not, they can't win ugly. They can't get over the line. He's looked at it and thought, fuck it. However I'm going to do it, I'm going to get our team over the line. Now, as a fan, if he got me over the line and we won 2 or 3, whatever it was, and I'm watching that next season, then I'd be a bit upset. But as of now, if I was an Arsenal fan, I couldn't care less.
No, top of the league, you want to win the league. You're still in 100%. All the other competitions. You've got Cup Final, League Cup. You're still in the FA Cup, Champions League. No, I actually wouldn't give a shit. I would just want to win the league.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say, and then obviously, why should they care about what I'm going to say now, is as a football fan who likes to watch good football as well, I think they've got the talent and the players there. And I think it's a little bit of a shame that we're not actually seeing them entertain a bit more, because they've got the squad, they've got the players.
And the other thing is, the other thing is what you say has got a little bit of substance. Is like, as of this moment in time, in the next 2 months, they don't care less. But when you start then talking about, do you remember the United treble winning side, or their invincible side, or the Liverpool Klopp teams, and they're not spoken about. If anything, they're like flippantly pushed away and saying, "Oh God, how bad was that Arsenal team?" Yeah, that's going to be the longevity of it, the legacy rather. But again, as of the here and now, they couldn't care less. And you know what, Ben? We've laughed about it, and it's starting to create more. It's not a murmur anymore. It's not a little whisper. It's getting louder. They are only about 15 games away from the quad. That's all it takes. 10 in the league, a couple of rounds in the cups. I know it's
unbelievable, isn't it?
It's almost unheard of, because no one's ever done it. But they're effing close.
But they're close.
100%.
Yeah.
And you know where I think the whole thing could, I'm not saying it's going to completely go tits up, but that League Cup final is massive. Massive.
Huge.
And I know Supa didn't agree with us, but I think it's huge, man.
He's looking at it logically. He's not looking at it with any type of emotion of what could the consequences of what can happen, whether you win that or lose that. But there is a psychology which goes into it. But it's just, they're very close, too close for my liking. It's just that what part are you saying with that asterisk, this and that? Is that, for me, that's ridiculous.
It's
That's
ridiculous.
a stupid comment.
And also,
For
what was
someone
his
who's
name?
in football as well.
What's the Brighton manager called?
Oh, yeah, him as well. He moaned the other day.
Shut up. It's sour grapes. Don't get me wrong.
That was sour grapes.
Yeah, I get the argument to a point, but you lost. Just get on with it, bro.
Yeah, just take it. Yeah.
It is what it
The other
is.
thing I will say, with it is what it is, but with regards to this grappling in the penalty box when there's corners coming in and this and that, again, I don't blame Arsenal. It's for the refs to get hold of it. There's rules there. Apply the rules.
Exactly, man. And this is what I'm saying. So Arteta and he's a set piece coach have looked at it and thought, we can get away with that. Let's get away with it. Now, the authorities have to look at it next season and say, actually, nah, this looks like a rugby match. And once it's changed, it's changed. They can't do that anymore. But as of now, they are using anything in their power to get over the line. And as much as I hate looking at it,
which anyone would,
they don't care, man.
Which anyone would. And to be honest, which everyone's now trying to do.
Yeah.
You see, everyone's putting that long throw in now. Everyone's trying to, the corners.
It's the old saying, man.
Against United, for example.
It's the old saying, if you can't beat them, join them. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Even Slot tried to wake up to that. Because in December, we were bottom of that league. In January to now, I think
But now Liverpool's scoring. Yeah.
You have to.
He's taking it. At the end of the day, you've got to take it.
100%.
The funny thing is, Arsenal, when they weren't winning the league, especially in Wenger's later years, they were priding themselves on the pure football they were playing.
Yeah.
The fans were like, well, we're playing the best football in the league, and lovely stuff, lovely this. And now, they're saying, well, why should we care?
I mentioned earlier West Ham, right? And I've mentioned it on a couple of podcasts here with you guys. Is I hate when teams say the West Ham way or the Liverpool way or the United way. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I understand there's a brand we love, but there's so many different ways to win a game of football, man. And Chelsea's probably the best example of a club that have had like 4 or 5 inventions since the money came in. You had the dogmatic Mourinho years where he had some fancy football, but generally it was sturdy. Let's not lose football.
Yeah.
You've had a little bit more flamboyance with other managers. And now you've got this different approach. It's football. Just win it. Just win it, man. Win it in a certain way.
Well, some clubs, like if you talk about, say, when you talk about philosophy and this and that, the way they play. But if you talk about a club like Real Madrid, their philosophy is just to win.
Yeah,
definitely. That, win. And Chelsea's been the same since.
Definitely.
But I think with, say, some clubs, like you say with Liverpool, United, whatever, you've seen them win, and Arsenal.
Yeah.
You've seen them win, but also win really well with playing with attractive football, and people get a bit hooked onto that. But if you're not winning, that's no good. You need to win. Definitely. So at the end of the day, where Arsenal is, as neutrals, we'd like to see them play a bit more expansive football. But as an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't care. Honestly, I really wouldn't give a shit.
Absolutely, mate. So, I'm in agreement with you. It's but we'll have to see. The football has a way of surprising you. I mean, the whole Forest game the other day surprised me to an extent. I weren't expecting that sort of fight from Forest. They came back twice and, were excellent and deserving of that draw. The Arsenal game, again, allegiances away from it. If you showed me that as a neutral, I'll be watching it thinking Brighton's the one chasing for the title and Arsenal were the ones because it was one-way traffic. But again, football's a landscape that just changes all the time, man. And as we go into that running, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
I was. It's weird because I think I went from City to win it, then I went from Arsenal to win it, then I went back to City, and now I'm thinking Arsenal again.
Yeah, I mean, as of today, with fixtures and everything, and like for example, I but I didn't analyse it that City go away to Chelsea in the next couple of weeks. And I think they play second to Arsenal in the next couple of, and little things like that, which I think are always, the pendulum swings one way or the other. So I think Arsenal are definitely in the ascendancy today. Easier
Definitely.
games in the Champions League as well. So we'll have to see, mate. But shall we move on to the predictions, man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Definitely. Right.
again, man. I
How
mean,
was it last week?
he can't catch you. He can't catch you. Although, albeit you both got four each again. Um, I got
If I get
three.
level with him for the rest of the season, I win, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, the ones that you were different in terms of predictions, he got Newcastle at home, and
I
albeit that
know.
was a worldie at
Yeah.
the end, and you got
Yeah, but
Spurs,
still.
the Spurs game. So, yeah, you got four, he got four, I got three. The only one I got that you guys didn't was Chelsea away, where you went draw, Villa, Chelsea,
Yes.
and he went home,
Yeah.
Villa. So that was the only one. But as it stands, that puts you on 102, him on 96, and me on 83. So forget me. He's given
Well,
us
you
his
say forget. There's still enough weeks and
bloody hell,
games.
mate.
You never
Bloody
know.
hell. I'll try. I'll keep trying, but he's given us his predictions, as you know. You saw him earlier. So what we'll do is
Yeah.
we'll
Okay.
interchange and go one each,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we'll tell you here. So you go first, sir. Burnley v Bournemouth.
Burnley v Bournemouth. Burnley were lucky in the last game against Sunderland, but I'll go draw. I'll go draw.
Draw. Super went draw. I'm actually going to go away, mate,
Oh,
on that one.
okay.
Then we've got Sunderland v Brighton. I'm going to go away on that one as well. What are you going for?
Sunderland v Brighton. I'm going home win.
Home win.
Sunderland to bounce. Yeah, home win.
Yeah, Super went away there. Arsenal Everton is
I should
me.
just match. I should just match his ones.
Yeah, well, you've seen them, but
Yeah, no.
Arsenal Everton. It's hard to see anything away from an Arsenal home win.
Yeah.
Yourself, yeah,
Same.
home. Super
Arsenal
went
home.
home. Chelsea Newcastle for you.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm gonna go Chelsea home win.
Chelsea home win. I'm going to go home win. Super went draw actually.
Okay.
West Ham City. I'm going to go away.
West Ham City away win. Yeah.
Away win for you too. Palace Leeds.
Palace Leeds. Oh God. Draw.
Draw. Palace Leeds. Draw. Super went home. I'm going to go home as well, man, on that one. United Villa. I'm going to go home win.
Yeah, I think I'm hoping, and I think United will bounce back and beat
Home
them at
win
home
now.
because Villa like to play a bit. So
He's gone
that
draw, and I
should.
think there's quite a few different ones this week for you two, so that's interesting. Forest Fulham. Is it you? It's you, isn't it? Yeah.
What was Fulham? Draw.
Draw. Forest Fulham. I'm going to go home. He's gone
Yeah.
home. Liverpool Tottenham is me. I'm going to go Liverpool. Home.
Home.
Home, yeah, and Super's gone home. And lastly, mate, Brentford Wolves.
Wolves is decent, you know. Draw.
Draw. Wow, I'm going home with that one, mate.
I think I've done quite a few draws,
Yeah.
but no,
Listen,
yeah.
we'll
Are
see
we
how it
doing
goes,
chump?
but you're six in front of him, man. And I mean, this week we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 5, 6 different results between you two.
Whereas this is where my
Interesting.
lead I extend my lead further.
Well, we'll see, mate. Shall we
Yeah.
wrap up like he likes us to do with Champ and Chumps, or?
Yeah, well, we could try. Okay. You go first. You go
I'm going to
first.
go. I'm going to give a collective champ rather, to Port Vale. I think that is.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's a story. I was going to give it to the Mansfield guy who scored his first goal, but I think Port Vale as a collective needs to be applauded. I think champs, considering the way it's gone, has to be Spurs for me again. Collective, everything at that club is toxic at the moment. So that's my champ and chumps, man.
Yeah. I'm going to be boring. I'm going to agree with you. I'll go Port Vale's worst champ, and Chumps has to be Spurs.
Has to be,
No,
right?
in fact, Chump, Van der Ven.
Yeah. You know what?
Van der Ven.
Actually, maybe isolated, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. although I said what I said at the beginning about the game was, it was against the run of play they scored. They did score, and if he hadn't done what
Yes,
he done, they might have held on and all that. And
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
you never know, man. But yeah, but that's it. There wasn't many topics this week. Obviously,
Nah.
Superania, so
Yeah.
we can't laugh at him or with him or at
There's
him. I
no,
don't know.
we haven't wasted 20 minutes listening to
Nah,
silly jokes.
nah. And me
What I
and me
will ask
me having to ring the Samaritans after the show. So,
for
but listen,
bullying.
Ban, always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, you too. Tomorrow, what are you expecting? Galatasaray v
Oh,
Liverpool.
mate, you know what? Away, we got no Allison. I am. I'm hoping we walk away undefeated, whether it's a draw
Yeah.
or whether it's a 1-0 win. And
Take them to Anfield.
the other good thing is, I heard that their fans are not allowed at our Anfield for the away leg. They're
Oh,
banned
right.
for whatever they did in Europe, so at least it won't be too vociferous in there.
Yeah. Well, that'll be all
That
right.
should help.
I think I
Yeah,
think I think you'll get a result, maybe a draw, and then you'll beat them
yeah.
out.
There's some good fixtures, man. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
Me
watch.
too.
Well, actually, no, I can watch some of them because Liverpool play early, but I'm looking forward to Chelsea, PSG, and
Yeah.
City, Real
Newcastle,
Madrid.
Barca.
Yeah, Newcastle.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be an interesting game, by the way. Newcastle,
Yeah.
Barca.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they're up for that. But yeah, we'll see, as they say, man.
Yeah. And
All
hopefully
right,
we'll
mate.
have Supa back next week. All right.
Yeah, fingers
Good.
crossed. Take care, man.
Thanks
All the
to
best,
everyone.
man. We'll speak
Subscribe,
soon.
like,
We'll speak
yeah.
soon. See you, mate.
See you later, Chris. Take care, mate.